FTP run test 3.0. As the season begins and I'm preparing for my road races and challenges as a double century, I really need to understand my power zones. This is exactly why I'm doing FTP test today. For those who don't know, FTP is a functional threshold power, basically a power in watts what cyclists can hold for an hour. I don't really believe it that way, but I think it helps you to determine the power zones. So after the test, I will use Dr. Coggan method to understand my power zones and do proper training in basically zone 2 and zone 4 and higher. I try to avoid zone 3 because it's just like a gray zone. I don't think it's really working. I think it's making you fatigue without giving actual benefit. My current setup is Wahoo Kicker 4 with the Wahoo headwind. I think it's a total game changer. I was really hesitant if I should buy this headwind or not, but dude, it's worth it. It reacts on your heart rate, it blows hard. Yeah, it blows hard. That's why you should get it. One more important thing is that my FTP has not increased drastically over the 5 years of my cycling. I remember I did a Zwift ride at my friend's and he told me like, dude, your FTP is 220 watts. But I couldn't care less back then because I was just riding to enjoy being out, you know. And yeah, so it feels like I didn't do much during those years, but I've become much better cyclist. I understood how to pace myself. My posture on the bike has increased significantly. I can sustain harder efforts for a longer period of time, and not to mention endurance, it's just uncomparable. So it's not only FTP that tells you how good of a cyclist you are, so reflect on yourself, where you've been like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, not only power-wise. So jumping into FTP test, I'm using MyWhoosh application. So basically it's free alternative to Zwift. You have bike selection, you can upgrade your wheels, you can upgrade your clothing and so on. So I love it. You don't have to pay to ride inside, especially if you're not consistent with riding inside. So I really recommend that. They have all kind of workouts and so on. Anyways, now we are at 140 BPM, so this is my zone 2, so easy, all fun and games, and I'm feeling strong. I know I'm not at my peak performance, of course, so I remember when I was doing FTP test some time ago, when I hit this 300 watts, at this heart rate, my power was way higher. Anyways, the effort you're putting in is just as hard. So it never gets easier, you just ride stronger and you ride faster. Yeah, so now we're in this in-between zone, so basically I hate this zone, I don't know why, but you know, I just think it's useless, so even staying in this zone 3 is, I don't know, mental for me. I try to, you know, avoid it, so doing that during FTP test, I just think, okay, let's just jump to 170 and so on, where I'm getting just actual benefit from the training. So 170 BPM is like love-hate relationship for me. So basically it's hard but sustainable for a long period of time. I can stay in 170, 175 BPM for like 2 hours when I'm racing. So this is like funny zone. It's uncomfortable and enjoyable at the same time. So this is where adrenaline and effort meets for me. And I feel strong but really challenged. 180 BPM is something I hate. This is where the pain hits in, and you know, all you have to do is just hold your handlebar and push. So this test put me at 270 watts and I'm pretty happy with that. I also hit my maximum cycling heart rate of 194. I'm super motivated to hit 300 watts again and even go above this level. Thanks for watching and see you out training.